Hey ladies and gentlemen, Dwayne, Tugg, and Chugger here. As you know, I'm running for Prime Minister of Canada. When you're running for Prime Minister of Canada, you need funds. And you gotta generate funds. And the way we're gonna do that today is we're having Tugg and Chugger's garage sale. I've got my caution tape suspenders.
It's a simple concept, the garage sale. It was actually invented by the Spanish.
That's all you need to know, really. They would have a lot of garage sales from their boats when they're crossing over to come to Canada, to any other boats that came past. Because they ran out of funds halfway across and they had to sell like some of their barrels.
You don't know how big a lake is sometimes.
You think like you can swim across something, next thing you know, you're calling the Coast Guard, right? Hey guys, I need some assistance out here. We're gonna show you the items that we got up for sale. Yeah. And then we're gonna probably sell them all. And I hope people have correct change because we don't actually have a change purse. Follow us over here and you'll see the items that we do have for sale. This is pylon.
One of the first pylons ever made in Winnipeg, Ontario.
Because there's a lot of wizards that live in Winnipeg. They copied the plan for the pylon based on a wizard's hat. Yeah. A friend of mine went through a police drinking check the other day and they were using this exact pylon and he ripped it off.
I don't want to part with it for less than $10,000.
Now this magic wand is from the Tooth Fairy. What happened was that Tooth Fairy, she tried to steal my fucking teeth, right? I kicked the shit out of her. Yeah. And then I took this wand, I said, you ain't taking my teeth without my permission, right? Because I like my teeth. So if anyone out there wants to steal people's teeth, they can use this magic wand.
There's actually two Tooth Fairies. One that works most of the world, and then there's one that just does all of Norway.
You got a lot of teeth over there.
She's a lot nicer.
Oh yeah, it's like the Wizard of Oz, man. Like good Tooth Fairy and bad Tooth Fairy. Right. That's where they based that movie Wizard of Oz off, was the Tooth Fairies of Norway.
Not only like does it collect teeth, but you can change weather.
It was a shitty day earlier. We changed it to sunny because we're having a garage sale. This is actually the first meal Christopher Columbus had when he arrived to Canada. Because the Indians really like their Frosted Flakes. Yeah. And if you buy that, we're throwing in these Triscuits that Chugger ate last night. This weight was actually used by Meryl Streep to get in shape for the Iron Lady.
You pick it up that way.
And if you buy that, guess what? We're gonna throw in the protein that Meryl Streep used to get extra bulky. Look at this garden here is not for sale.
That is not for sale.
Chugger planted that yesterday, not for sale.
When I was doing it, I discovered that a fairy lives in that garden, like a magic fairy.
That's right.
Oh, there it is.
Hello, sir.
How are you, sir?
Good day. Once they drop their cans off, they're gonna come back and buy stuff from our garage sale,
We got a lot of nice things for sale, guys.
We've got the first ever skateboard. Tony Hawk made this skateboard.
He actually worked with Albert Einstein. He got 4 wheels. Who could ask for anything more?
You can't ask for more than 4 wheels.
No, man. Oh, son of a bitch.
Push it down, man. If you push it, it stays better. I don't know if you guys know, but Chugger's actually an expert at skateboarding.
I don't want to say I'm an expert.
Well, you are.
Yeah, I am.
It's amazing that something that built in the 1920s still works just as well today. Canadian military used skateboards exclusively in World War I, and they landed like in Iraq, and then they rode around on skateboards shooting all the bad guys. I'd like to call Tony Hawk and get his opinion to see
what he'd sell it for. I don't think he'd sell it.
Maybe a barter item, like if someone can give us like the first, you know, diaper. This here is a chair.
We actually took this from the burial grounds of the Micmac Indians.
Led by none other than Louis Riel, the first rebel without a cause. Right. That actually had a cause.
And that's what that movie's about, right?
Yeah, it's about Louis Riel and the Micmacs. And that song, Micmac Paddywhack, Give a Dog a Bone, was based on the bones that they have in the Micmac burial ground.
Jesus, how are people gonna know we're having a sale?
I gotta make it into a necklace instead of suspenders. Which brings us to our next item. This is a pristine native dream catcher.
At certain times of the night, it picks up radio stations. 2 o'clock in the morning last night, I could hear top 40 hits.
That's it.
From the 1980s.
I'm thinking 14, 15,000.
This was featured, like Patrick Swayze worked with us in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, I'm thinking like $29,000. This is an item that we did pick up as a barter item. Somebody traded this for the original packet of Skittles, which we had. It's actually the best plunger in the world. It's got a 100% success rate. This plunger was used recently at a Bon Jovi concert in the porta potty. It's unplunged every porta potty it's faced.
Bon Jovi is very particular about like their plumbing.
One of those catalog online purchases of like an up-class plunger. John Bon Jovi bought it there.
He did buy it,
and then it circled around, unplunged your toilets like the littlest hobo. It just unplunges the toilet,
moves on.
Looks like a package of Orville Redenbacher's microwave popcorn, doesn't it? What it actually is Orville Redenbacher's ashes. His final wish was to have his ashes packaged as though it were a microwave popcorn.
Careful that you don't mistake that with your regular popcorn.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't want to put Orville Redenbacher in the microwave.
You can tell
right?
he's in there because the picture's on the
The
cover.
pic-
This is our garage sale. Ask us about these items.
Got a
They're
lot
for
of
sale.
different- This is one of the first chairs.
You can tell it's an antique because the caution tape you can see is a different color, like it's faded.
Go ahead, have a seat there, fella.
The wand there,
That is a magic wand.
that's from the Tooth Fairy.
How much is the wand?
12,000.
We can't, like, 'cause it's actually magic, right?
How about the
But we do
Frosted
take
Flakes box?
that Frosted
That-
Flake box was
yeah.
the first meal of Christopher Columbus when he arrived in Canada. We'll
And you
sell.
know, there?
The beer is actually free, so you're in luck. This is
There you
Lakeport Pilsner.
That's a really nice
Would you
beer.
like one, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
Can I see some identification?
I have.
This guy here, though, I don't
That's a
think...
Jim Catcher.
No.
I wouldn't pass up that Frosted Flakes box. And we're throwing in that box of crackers absolutely free. And not
They're
only
French.
are they just crackers, they're French crackers. Mincy croquants.
My name's Dwayne Tugg. I don't know if you guys have heard of me. You probably have. I had a dream because I had this dream catcher up in my room, and
Right.
it told me I should run for prime minister. It's got a dream actually already caught in it. So
Right.
if you put this up in your room, you will have that dream. And it's a good dream. It's like you wake up and you think you're late for work, but then you realize you're not working that day, right? So you have a beer, and then
Great.
that's the dream.
Shop around, guys. We got lots of stuff for the kids. There's
Do you want to buy this?
we
20
got a
bucks.
plunger.
Vote for Tugg in the next election.
Dwayne
please.
Tugg.
Tug and Chugger.
High five. Bye.
Yeah, you can take that.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
bye.
we go.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. Have
Bye.
a great long weekend.
Bye. Damn it. There's an
I
interest.
thought we had a sale there, man.
It's all right, buddy. Hey, Tugg, she said she'd vote for you, man.
I had her 2,000, man. I thought she can go
She'll
for it,
come back. She was really interested in that dream catcher.
I think it's because the kids were here, man. They didn't want the kids to see that they're spending $2,000 on items here when the kids probably asked them for toys all day and they didn't buy them for them.
I just realized these are actually French too. They're flacon givres.
Hey, the Frosted Flakes are French.
The Frosted Flakes are flacon givres.
He was disappointed there was no cereal in there, but guys, this is for 1400s. The cereal's not gonna last 600-700 years.
They're like, what do you call it there? Bisexual. Frosted Flakes, man. Two sides to every fucking pancake, man.
Hello, sir. Would you like to buy some items at our garage sale? Some really nice items here. You've gone on a nice jog, and now you probably should reward yourself with Orville Redenbacher's ashes. When he died, he wanted his ashes to be packaged as though it were a bag of microwave popcorn. We're selling this for $8,000. You
Like
probably don't even have money. People don't run with money. You have to do a barter.
That's a collector's item. So like if you have, say, like a car that flies.
This guy's pretty sweaty. We could probably like collect all his sweat.
Yeah.
Be like sweat of a running guy. Sell that on eBay, man.
Hey.
You have a good day, sir.
We were really close there too, man.
Sweaty guys don't buy stuff at garage
Well,
sales.
how are you, Mrs. Dunfield?
Been out here for about 8 or 9 hours. Keep having to reset the weather. It's actually 10 o'clock at night right now. We're starting to get calls. Like people are like, what's going on with the weather? So we're gonna have to probably let it go soon.
Which is really sad because we haven't really made any money yet. Actually, we lost 2 beers.
If you guys want any tips on garage sales, let us know.
If you'd like a signed copy of my book about garage sales called Come Sailing With Me, give me a call or come by. I'm selling them now for $175 each.
All right, guys. So thanks for joining us, and good luck with your garage sale.
Have a good one.